annual Valentine Q&A, I would say there are times when you need to forgive. Willing mag-change for you, then that is a miracle. You cannot wait for the man. The man has a different timeline. Ask him what is his plan. If the man cannot answer that, that is a red flag. Kasi first of all, why is he taking you on a ride? And second of all, paano pag nag-asawa na kayo, wala ka palang plano? Unless ikaw may plano talaga, may babae liwat na, sige, akong bahala sa'yo. Very modern, di ba? Basta may dausa nga in charge. Di pwede pareho clueless. How to rebuild trust of your partner after it's been broken? Or can it be rebuilt after it's been broken? I would assume this is about pangangaliwa. I would say the first step to rebuilding trust would be to forgive. And that applies not just in romantic relationship, in any relationship, friendship, family, co-workers, anywhere. If you do not start with forgiveness, you will not be able to move forward because you will always be pulled back by that act of betrayal. Every time makikita mo siya, maiinis ka, babalik yung galit, hindi ka makakapag-move on. So before you even talk about rebuilding the trust, you really have to forgive. Now, is this something that you should forgive? That's for you to answer. I would say there are times when you need to forgive, especially pag may mga involved na kids. I am not condoning infidelity, but you have to weigh your options. You also have to be practical and you have to really see if the person is sincere. People do change. Once you've forgiven, how do you rebuild the trust? You make a commitment, committing to certain actions to show the other person that you've really overcome what happened and to decide that you want to move forward because you want a better future for both of you. Do you believe love changes a person? If so, in what ways? Out of all the millions of people in the Philippines, no, if you really find that one person na talagang you love each other, you understand each other, you respect each other, that's a miracle. Ang dami mong pwedeng na-meet sana. You could have met the wrong person who could have deceived you, right? Pwede kang pinaikot lang. You could have met all of those men. Pero dun ka naswak sa taong willing mag-change for you, then that is a miracle. So you really should be thankful for that. People can change for love, but not all will. So your challenge is to identify who, if needed, will change for you. And that takes time. Kaya may honeymoon stage, di ba? Most of the time, you will not really know the character, the traits of a person until you have spent so much time together, until you've gone through the difficulties and challenges. It is so easy to be pleasant, to be nice, when everything is rosy and fine. But when everything is going to chaos, then you will see, is this the person that I want to be with? You really need not only a love interest, but a partner. Not just a love partner, a partner in this challenging journey called life. Can focusing too much on your career affect your relationship? And how can you prevent that? The short answer is yes. So by the word too much, I would say there's no give and take, there's no balance at all, there's no compromise at all. And that is why you need to have someone who understands your goals and support your goals. I am not here to tell you to choose career or love, but that is why you need to be clear first on your own. What is your priority at this stage in your life before you can even look at the other person? We had a manager in training once. She really had all the potential, but as a manager, there are many meetings, you're part of the planning, there's more stress, and her partner could not handle it. So the partner, I guess he did not have a steady job. He was just always waiting outside for her to come out. And there was one time where he really barged into the meeting. So I guess he was not supportive, and maybe worse, he was becoming insecure. And this is just speculation, but this is what I saw. He was seeing the woman rising up, while he, based on his behavior, did not have that promising career. So he sabotaged it. And the woman chose love over career. She had to step out of the role and quit the job actually because it was being too disruptive for the company. Focusing too much on your career will affect your relationship. Focusing too much on your relationship will affect your career. The question boils down to, what are your values? My parents, they are a perfect example of a couple who supported each other's careers. Father was such a workaholic, and my mom supported everything because they were looking at the same goal. If your goal is to really make it in your chosen career, there are sacrifices to be made. If your partner does not look at that same goal, if his goal is something else, then it's very hard to make it work because you will always butt heads along the way. So find someone who has the same goals as you, at least naman lang will support your goals. Otherwise, mahirap umusad. May pabigat ka na dadalhin mo papunta doon. Pero kung pareho kayo, mas mabilis makarating doon. How to maintain a life balance while pursuing a career aspiration, love, and having a family responsibility at the same time without sacrificing any of them. Along your journey, one usually has to be sacrificed. My parents' sacrifice was that we never had a family outing ever. That's how much they worked for their business. That's the price we paid. And I cannot go back to that. I'm not saying I regret it. They had to make a choice because how can you do it all, right? Somewhere along the way, a few things will fall through the cracks. And that does not make you a bad person because there's realities in life. If you want your kids to have a secure future, there may be sacrifices to be made. You need to understand that we're not in a fairy tale. The price we paid was the lack of family time, but the prize we earned was that we did not have to worry about basic things. So it's really offsetting. As long as you understand that and you make conscious choices and you understand reality, then you will be fine. Also, the word work-life balance, it is for me misleading. The push now is towards work-life integration. You go to work not viewing it as a different world that you have to endure. That's part of life. And once you really fully grasp that and appreciate that, then it becomes more enjoyable. Do you think that men and women approach communication differently in relationships? If so, how do you think we can bridge the gap? Ay, yung lalaki daw, usually, I would say not all, no? But usually, straight to the point. Yung babae, maraming paligoy-ligoy. Does any female here, I disagree with that? Kasi may gap talaga eh. Sasabihin ng lalaki, galit ka? Hindi. Ay, hindi. Alis na ako. Sabi daw, pero galit pala. May problema? Wala. Pag wala, meron. I will not attempt to pretend to know the answer. Kasi age-old problem na yan. But about overthinking, ruminating, you know what ruminating is? Ruminating is when you're in your head thinking about something, lalong lumalaki yung iniisip mo. Lalo siyang lumalala. And that applies not only in problems like that, but when you're a little sad, when you're a little tired. Pag tumupo ka at inisip mo gano'n ka kapagod or gano'n ka ka-stress, trust me, hindi yan mawawala. Lalaki yan. That is why one of the best ways to beat stress is to take action. Keep moving. Kasi yung ruminating na yan, whether you're a female or not, it messes up your brain. Sa relasyon, ano nga ba ang gagawin para mas maging matibay ang pagsasama at tatagal hanggang sa dulo ng walang hanggan? I really don't understand people who stay in sad relationships. Kasi it's every day. I cannot imagine every day having to face that. Life is short. I'm not saying na get out. That's why nga, yung before pa magpakasal, very important yung stage na yan, available ka pa. Very important to choose wisely. Hindi yung 2 months pa lang, lalabas na ba lahat? Yung ugali ng tao? Diba? Don't be naive. Yung sinasabing na spark, sometimes it's unreliable kasi it blinds you. Chemicals yung nagwo-work daw eh. So it clouds your judgment. Huwag ka muna magpadalos-dalos. And then later on, pag medyo logical ka na, tingnan mo kung andyan pa rin. Especially when you go through ugly situations. Kailangan mo ng kasama dun na makakausap mo, na susuportahan ka. Kailangan mo yun. Life is short, but life is very long. And you want someone who will accompany you through all the ups and downs. How can a couple establish boundaries with parents to protect their marriage? In our Filipino culture, the parents are very important. Not just the parents, the siblings, the in-laws. Kahit na anong sabihin mo, you need to interact with them. You need to deal with them. That's why I always say to those who are choosing a partner, isipin mo, yung family yung nang aasawahin mo, you will bring that into your family, whether you like it or not. Try to have that consideration. Is his or her family a family that I would want to bring into the mix, into my family? Would my family also be happy to have that family? When you ask that question, you will be able to reconcile your love for your partner and the compatibility of his or her family. What will you choose, career or relationship? Practical ako. If the resources are not sufficient, do not give up your career or your dreams. Merong mga lalaki, ang lakas-lakas mag-demand ng time, na mag-demand na you stay with me, don't work late, pero hindi naman nila ma-provide yung kailangan. Not even the luxury, yung kailangan lang. I wouldn't be so crazy to choose relationship in that sense. Pero if you're on the track to progressing in your career at pinapapili ka, I wouldn't choose the relationship. Kung boyfriend or girlfriend pa lang yan, ibig sabihin, that person is not mature enough to go on that journey with you. So ano yung i-offer niya kung palagi niyang i-hinder yung career mo? How can you say that staying in that relationship is still worth it? A relationship should be peaceful. It should bring you peace. Pag nakita mo siya hindi peace yung nararamdaman mo, I would say it's not worth it. Kasi saan ka pa magiging peaceful kung hindi sa tabi ng taong mahal mo? If you can't come home to those arms and feel peaceful, those are not the arms intended for you. Pag niyakap ka, you feel safe, you feel peaceful, you feel protected. You deserve a peaceful relationship. Please remember that. How can I keep the spark alive in a long relationship? I would say the sexual aspect of it is important. The intimacy is very important. The novelty. I always say someone has to be creative in a partnership, right? Someone has to take the initiative. What can you advise to those who prefer the no strings attached relationship? My friend in law school said na nag-girlfriend lang siya if he really intends to marry that woman. At that time, it did not make sense to me kasi always yung naririnig ko is while young, you need to explore. But it makes sense to me now kasi it is an investment of time and resources and feelings. So, why spend 5 years with someone that you do not imagine yourself spending the rest of your life with? So, that's why you need to ask, ano ba yung plano mo? Ano yung plano mo sa atin? At pag hindi nasasagot yung mga tanong na yun, baka wala siyang plano sa'yo or wala siyang plano sa buhay niya. Okay, so to wrap up this session, which I hope you guys learned something, I learned a lot from you. Let me just share a few quotes. First, love is not just something you feel, it's something you do. When you see yourself doing things for someone, even if you're not obliged, that's a sign that you truly love that person. Express love in the way that your partner feels it, not just the way you prefer to show it. Diba? Talking about love language. Love languages are acts of service, physical, words of affirmation, quality time, gifts. To end Pinoy Boss Valentine session, love is giving someone the power to break you, but trusting them not to. Advance happy Valentine's to everyone. Thank you. Thank you.